This is Joyce Tice talking to Jack Novak, Warnell Miller's first principal in 66 to 93, and he wants to talk about some of the special programs that were developed at the elementary school during his time there.
First of all, I like the way Joyce put that. I was the first principal. Sometimes they refer to me, this is Mr. Novak, this is my old principal. I'm going to be 80 in a month, and I don't like to be referred to as the old principal. But anyway, I think age is relative to attitude. One thing that I wanted to mention today was the necessity of making education fun. Now, it can be very, we can have a lot of fun in art, music, phys ed, field trips, and so on. But some of the special things that we did to make education more fun was, for instance, totally out of the element. We had Football Friday every year. Well, the Football Friday was a big deal because of the Super Bowl. And whatever two teams were involved in the Super Bowl became the two teams that the school picked. They either wanted the Oakland Raiders or the Buffalo Bills or the Pittsburgh Steelers or whoever. And each classroom, with the help of the teachers, developed their classroom to depict that team. Now, as far as academics are concerned, because some teachers thought we were wasting time with activity like that, I wrote the curriculum for K to 6. I wrote the English, the spelling, the social studies, all centered around math, all centered around the teams. How far is it from Buffalo to Oakland? All kinds of math problems. Write a story about your favorite team. English. Spelling, you got 100 words. So every aspect of the curriculum was covered. Teachers did a fantastic job. Parents got involved. Parents brought in cakes decorated by them of their favorite team. If it was the Steelers, you had the Steelers colors and frosting, and you had helmets, and you had everything. The kids dressed up in that day. They dressed in their jerseys of their team if they had them, not to go out on the extra expense, but if they had them. And most kids do have football jerseys. So Football Friday started on Tuesday, and it built up to Friday, the day of the big game. And it wasn't the day of the game, but it was the Friday before the big game. So our kids would be all hyped up. Something that kids really look forward to is, if you know what a snake dance is in sports, we formed a snake dance starting with the kindergarten kids of the two teams that they were in favor of. If it was the Steelers and the Oakland Raiders, I keep using that. Could be whoever, and the little kindergarten kids would start winding their way through the downstairs to the upstairs. And as they passed different grades, they picked up the kids who were interested in the same team. So by the time they passed the office, it was mass humanity. Teachers were absolutely a nervous wreck because it went against all their principles
of order
and discipline. And I would get them all in the gym. 625 kids in the gym, and we'd all be cheering and chanting which team we wanted to win. We'd really go at it full time. And then we'd sing some songs that Joan Beresford would relate to the football. And people like Gabe Greco brought in his popcorn making machine. See, so you got the community. Not only do you have the kids excited about it, you have the teachers excited about it, you have the parents excited, you have outsiders who are contributing. Guys came in with great big bags of peanuts, to give to the kids. And it just was. Then I awarded the classrooms that had the best, depicted the best of their team. I would award them some kind of a gift, $25, or free ice cream, or pizza party, or whatever. That was one of them. We had Armed Forces Day. Armed Forces Day was a day of Desert Storm, and I invited all the parents of any child who was, or any guy who was attending, who was in Desert Storm, and we posted the picture of the military person, and the parents came, and we saluted them, saluted their son or daughter, sang a lot of patriotic songs, and the kids all, just, they loved all that stuff. We had an Environmental Day when it was the same kind of a thing. Everybody got involved in cleaning up the environment. We had Arts Week. Arts Week was a week starting on Monday, and I would get, on Monday, every day, I'd get 2 artists, a harpist and a painter. Tuesday, a woodworker and a whatever. So every day we had artists. And then on Friday, we had everybody there. I had 16 or 18 artists in the gym showing what they did in terms of art. Why is that important? I don't know. It was fun for the kids, but it exposed them to some different kinds of life. That
gave them ideas.
Yeah, they could earn some money, and they could be people who were, and some of the teachers like Paul Bazo, he in himself is an artist. Mm-hmm. He was an art teacher, and kids thought of him as an art teacher, but he was an artist.
Sure,
and
still
Paul
is.
would show his stuff that he made money with. Mary Loomis's husband was a prof at the college, and he always came down and did jewelry.
Okay.
And we had weavers. I don't know. We had so many different kinds of painters and
crafters.
Crafters, yeah, but all with a lot of good taste. Nobody, harpists, piano players. One time I got a boy by the name of Jeff Brown and his dad to play dueling pianos. Well, that meant getting their pianos into the school.
Sure.
And they sat there and played for a half hour as the kids were in awe. The next day I might have used accordions, just to expose kids to a lot of different things. That was fun.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it does. It just broadens their horizons.
Yeah, and there were, I don't know, half a dozen different special event days that I included in the curriculum of the kids, to make learning fun. Learning does not have to be a handicap or a hardship.
Drudgery.
Straight, yeah. Learning can be fun depending on how you present it. And I, went through that. When I left in 1993, I'd had 27 years here, 8 in New York State, 35, I could retire. Well, I don't know, Jane said I was pretty tired. I might have been. And I decided that was a good time to go. Well, we had a cottage up on Juanita Lake, and we were sitting up there at the table one day, about 2 weeks after, and I said, I can't handle this. I can't sit here, I can't fish.
What do I do now?
Yeah, that's right, I can't fish 12 hours a day. Right. Even though I enjoyed doing that, I couldn't do it 7 days a week. So I said, I think I'm going to go over across the lake and to Cuca College and see if they got anything in their education. Again, being naive and whatever, I went over there, and the education chairman happened to be free, and I talked with her for a while and told her about my philosophy of education and so on. And I was looking for some kind of a job, and she said, well, would you consider supervising student teachers? I said, well, that would be wonderful, Well, she said, we don't have anything now, but we'll have something in January. Okay, so I came back. I did the same thing then at Elmira College. I thought if I could do that at Cuca, I could see what I could do at Elmira. I called up there, made an appointment, went in on a Friday, had an interview, sat out in the hall, and they came out and they said, could you start Monday? It was just like that, can you start Monday? So fortunately, they had an opening, and fortunately, I fit the bill. Mm-hmm. And I stayed there 10 years. And that made me 65. And I thought, well, I can retire now.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be able to handle it. And so that's the end of my, in the meantime, all the time, I was teaching graduate school at Elmira for Mansfield. I was teaching at the college at the Finger Lakes. I was doing all that kind of stuff too, so I was using up all my energy
Mm-hmm.
and enthusiasm. And I wasn't overusing my enthusiasm. I always looked forward to that. And along the line, I got involved in the program at the college in the summers for gifted kids. And
Which college was that? Elmira?
Mansfield.
Mansfield.
And I did that for 15 years.
Did you?
Yeah, and we would have 40 kids a session, have 3 sessions, and have to develop the curriculum again. But there's nothing to it. I mean, it was just old hat. I could do all that and be there with the kids and keep them. Their parents were paying, I don't know, $400 a week.
Wow.
Back then.
Yeah.
And but I never had anybody say, well, I'm not going to send my kid or what have you. The prestige of being gifted.
Well, there's that, but also it's enriching to
Yeah.
children who can benefit from enrichment.
We had a curriculum of foreign language, math, astronomy. Oh, geez, I can't remember all of them. We had a full range of classes that the kids took in the morning, and
Was this an all-day program?
yeah,
during that time?
all night. They were there 24 hours a day.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So I
okay.
had
So
to
your
have a staff.
programs in the evening.
Yeah, I had to have a staff that understood what was going on before they took the job.
Sure.
And I got them, I would see student teachers from Elmira that I thought were really potentially, offer them a job and pay them $1,000 for the
Sure.
3 weeks. Ooh,
Well, yeah.
they
That's
thought,
big bucks.
wait a minute, or kids or teachers of mine that I had here, offer them the opportunity. And so I never had staff problems. Staffing was never a problem, and I never had to really severely monitor. We put on a play every year, let's say The Sound of Music,
Mm-hmm.
and the teachers and the kids would write their adaptation to The Sound of Music. We would use the music from The Sound of Music, and we practice. And then on Saturday afternoon, when the parents came, we put it on.
You put all that together
Yeah.
in 3 weeks.
Yeah, well, in 1 week.
1 week. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
1 week. And every
Wow.
week we had a different group. It was.
Well, you had quite a career and
I
a
had
variety of it.
I had a wonderful.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you very much, Jack, for coming in and telling us
Okay,
about it.
Okay.